budding are two common methods of asexual reproduction. In binary fission,
see, you can see
two
in this picture,
organisms are
this is the picture of the paramecium. So what happens in the paramecium? So you should know that outermost, you can see some small hair-like structure. They are called as cilia. Okay, the outermost wall, on the wall of them, they will have the hair-like structure that is called as cilia, and this cilia is responsible for the movement. Like in amoeba, they have the pseudopodia, right? For the movement, the paramecium, they have the cilia. The other structure remains the same. So they also have what a single nucleus is there in the center. Now, what you can see, they are basically stretching, and then the nucleus is dividing into two. Then the cytoplasm is dividing, the constriction is deepening, and then they're converting into two.
formed from a single parent. This mode of asexual reproduction is found in unicellular organisms such as amoeba and paramecium. In budding, an offspring develops
So
from an
budding we have
outgrowth
not
of
started yet, but you can go to the video and I'll explain you after this.
bud on the parent organism.
So this was a picture of the real hydra actually. I think someone has used the word hydra. So hydra looks like this, okay? On the top, you can see a small thread-like structures are coming out. They are called as the tentacles, okay? They are called as tentacle, Tentacles. And on your right-hand side, you can see small outgrowth is there. So that outgrowth is called as a bud. So what happened in the hydra, on their body, a small outgrowth will come, and that outgrowth is called as bud. So slowly and gradually, this bud, what do? They grow in size, and then they also start forming the tentacles. And once everything, each and every body part is generated for them, they get segregated or separated from the parent body.
In budding, an offspring develops from an outgrowth or bud on the parent organism. Budding is found in yeast and hydra.
So this is hydra again. So you can see so many long tentacles they have.
Binary fission in amoeba. Materials required: a permanent slide of binary fission in amoeba and a compound microscope. Procedure: take the permanent slide of binary fission in amoeba and place it on the stage of the compound microscope. Adjust the mirror of the microscope carefully until the image you see has the maximum clarity. Focus the slide under the microscope's lens carefully, first under low power and then under.
Are you aware, children, like the way how we have to use the microscope? Have you ever used it?
Yes, ma'am.
We used it for the cheek cell and the onion cell.
Okay, so you have actually did it by yourself, or your teacher have fixed it and given you?
Ma'am did it by ourselves.
Okay, others also
We
please turn on
removed
the
that.
video.
We removed
Which
that.
one?
What we call it.
Okay, Huria also did it. Okay, great. So that's what,
Ma'am,
like in the class 9 you might have done the onion and the cheek cell experiment for the plant and the animal cell, right? So they have said a statement in this that first of all we have to see under the low magnification power. Why so? And then go to the higher one, higher magnification. Why so? What's the reason for that? Why can't we go directly? Do you know what is the magnifying power does the microscope have?
10x, 40x.
Very good, Priya. 10x, then
40x, like 20.
10x,
I
40.
guess for the eyes to adjust.
ma'am,
That
last year
magnification.
we had done the cheek
Correct,
cell
Abhinav.
and onion peel experiment. ma'am.
Yes. So magnifying power is basically the power which gives you the more clarification about the picture. It's just like the zoom actually. So in the mobile also we have the pixel, right? So maybe 3 pixel, 4 pixel, 12 pixel, 50, whatever the pixels are. And according to the pixel, the clarity of the picture will be there. Same way in the microscope also, there will be magnifying power. Magnifying power is nothing but the lens actually. They will have that. And in the center, you will have a structure like this, and the small knobs-like structure will be present. The starting one is of 10x. The second one is either 40x or the 45x, depending upon your microscope, what you are using. Okay, 10x and then 40, 45x, then the 90x or 100x also we have. Then some have the 150. But the reason why we should always, use a 10x initially so that our eyes get adjusted to it. So if we go directly to the 40x, 90x, 150x, what happened? The eyes will get affected. Fine, because the lenses are so strong, right? So it will not get adjusted. Instead of that, harmful the radiations will go into our eyes and we will not be able to see for some time. That is the reason, first of all, we should wash it under the 10x magnifying power, and then slowly we have to rotate it to the 40 or 45x. And if it is, and generally what happens, either by the 10, either by the 45, we will be able to see very clear picture of whatever the microbe we are using. Okay, so we do not require any time the 90 or the other magnifying power. So these two powers are generally used, either the 10x, either the 45x. Okay. And always keep in mind the magnifying power is denoted by the capital X. Okay, capital X. X denotes here the magnifying power. That is why I said 10x, 45x. And that is not small x as like in your math. It is a capital X, which is a magnifying power. All right. So that is the reason too, so that our eye get adjusted to it. That's the reason we should always use a 10x and then go to the other kind of the magnifying power. If we go directly, then the eyes will get affected by it.
Where does the radiation come?
See, the
Is
sun
there
radiations
some-
actually it is coming. And sometimes what happens in our school, we are using the electron microscope also, the light microscope also. So through that, we will be getting it. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Under high power. Observe the different phases of binary fission in the amoeba through the lens
See,
of the compound
now
microscope.
the permanent slide was permanent. Two types of slides are there. One is the temporary and the second one is permanent. Temporary means like we are making it and then with the help of water we can wash it away. Okay, so that is what temporary. Just we are doing it for some time and then cleaning it off. Whereas the permanent means that kind of microbe or that kind of whatever the any object or something is there, that will be there for longer time and we cannot remove it. If we wash also, it will not get washed away. So in this picture of the amoeba, permanent slide amoeba, you can see the different stages. Can you see the different stages? So you can see the two amoeba are separated. They can be the daughter also, they can be the parent also. And in the remaining two also, you can see the two nucleus. Can you see the two nucleus?
Yes, ma'am.
On your left hand side, the two nucleus are there and the cytoplasm is also getting divided. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the center one, the two small amoeba are there. They can be the parent amoeba or they can be two daughter cells also. Okay. And on your right hand side, you can see the amoeba where the nucleus has just started dividing. Can you find it out? The nucleus has just started elongating.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that is what, like, one single drop of water, you can see so many amoeba and the different steps you can see. Fine. So this is actually most of the steps are given here. The nucleus is dividing first. In the other two, you can see the karyokinesis happened there. In the last one, you can see that the two daughter cells are there. So likewise, every time some or the other kind of the steps happens in the amoeba. When you do it in the real also with the help of the pond water, you will be able to see exactly.
Observations. We can observe that the cells of amoeba are irregular in shape. We can observe the process of karyokinesis, where the mother cell of the amoeba elongates initially
See,
and the
clear? So what is happening, you can see very clearly now that nucleus has started dividing, which is karyokinesis.
nucleus divides into two. We can also see the process of cytokinesis that occurs after the nucleus
See,
has
now in this process, you can see cytokinesis in the center, the constriction has appeared, and because of this, the cytoplasm has
divided
divided.
into two. Here the cytoplasm in the mother cell divides into two daughter
So
cells.
these are what? They are the two daughter
Our
cells.
observation
So all the three steps are present in one single slide.
shows daughter cells have a nucleus and their own organelles. Budding in yeast.
So am I clear, children? Actually, what happened in them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
So this is very actually important and interesting also. You should know about the different steps and you should know line by line. Fine. One after the other it happens. It might happen at any time. So they will be taking just even less than a second they take actually to divide or to multiply. So we will be just thinking they will do their work. Right? So they are so very fast they are. Okay, so now the next type of the asexual reproduction is the fragmentation. Okay, children, turn on your videos. Fragmentation, the word itself says actually, it gives the meaning. What do you understand by the fragment?
Piece.
Very good, Abhinav. Any other word? Fragments? The meaning of fragments?
Ma'am, I couldn't hear Abhinav. What did you say?
What is the meaning of fragment?
A small portion of something like a fraction.
Okay, good, Subhansh. A small portion of something, just like a fraction. Okay. Then pieces actually. The main meaning of the fragment here is the pieces. Okay. Now, what happens in the algae? You might have seen the algae. Have you seen it? Where? Where you saw algae?
On the wall.
In Pondicherry area.
Stairs and
riverside.
everywhere, old stairs.
Correct. Right, right. So you might have seen it at the different places. Sometimes we also, knowingly or unknowingly, we are keeping the water for longer time without touching it. So after some days, when you open that, you will be finding the green color structure appear in that. So that is what the algae. So algae, basically, we find them in the pond water. Find in the water only they will be present. Now, these algae has a different examples. In your book, the example which is given is the Spirogyra. Fine. Have you ever heard this word? I think you might have heard this word in the grade 7. Sumukh, you want to say something?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
is algae present in the water, near the waterfalls also?
Yes, it is actually, they are present. So that is
Oh,
why
what
you
about the
might
tap
have
water?
tap
Because I
water,
find
it will be there. See what happens in the tap water. Tap water does not come directly, right? It comes from your tank actually, which will be on the roof, right? So what happened? We do not get it, you know, cleaning process, we do not do it, right? Frequently. So those big tanks and all will get cleared maybe once in a year, I can say, or maybe twice in a year, right? In this year, how many times your parents have cleaned it? Did they do it? Mine does not. Mine has not done it, right? So what happened? Since we are not cleaning the above tank, big tank, maybe like 50 liters, 100 liters of tank, we are not cleaning. What happened? Slowly and gradually, the algae starts coming on the layer, on the inner side of the tank. And then if the amount of the algae, because since algae is there it is their responsibility to divide it, right? We cannot stop them. So what happened if one single algae was there, that single algae, they keep on dividing and they start spreading it everywhere. Because of that, when we turn on the tap, automatically a small amount of algae we get sometime in our water also. So that's the reason you might have seen, the people who are Jainism actually, who follow the Jainism, what do? Pranay, they do dancing?
No, ma'am, my hand hurts for some reason, sir.
Okay. So those Jain people, if you have seen, I think some of at your home also, they might be doing, your mothers, they will be keeping a cloth actually covering the tap. So why do they do that? Actually, just so as to filter the water, so that the big kind of the algae or any kind of dust particles, they will not come out along with the tap water. So we can also do that. Actually, we should do that. But really, we are caring about it, right? Until unless we do not get any, big disease, we are fine. We are fit and fine. The
Ma'am?
moment we get, yeah, tell me, Abhina.
Like I put water in a bottle, like in a very stray bottle to water plants. Left it for a month and the algae appeared out of nowhere. Like how?
It
I guess
appears
it was.
actually. It appears automatically because they need water. They do not need any other things. Just they
So
need the water.
it's just present in
See,
microscreen.
if it is flowing water, they will not appear. But yes, if it is no still water, it will appear. And so much they are harmful actually. They are harmful for us. They are harmful for our health. Okay, so they are not good. They are not good at all. They are very, very harmful for us. That is the reason we have to make sure that either we boil the water or we should have the RO in our homes or we should have some other different facility so as to filter the water. Yes, Shubhansh, tell me.
So does that mean like there is always a small amount of algae present in water?
Not compulsory. See, if you are cleaning that tank, if you're cleaning the water, if you're cleaning that bucket or whatever the mayor jug you have where you are storing the water, if you're cleaning it frequently, they will not appear. But yes, if you're using the same kind of jug for so many days, so many months you're using, then what happens? A sticky layer will be formed around that around the inside part of that bottle or jug, I can say. And because of that, the growth of the microbe, the growth of the algae started. Fine. So if you keep on removing that layer, if you keep on removing that inner surface layer of it, then what happens? They will not grow. You
Okay.
can try it actually. You can try it at home. Take one bottle, keep the water in it, use it maybe next day or same day. You can use it again, then again just fill the water bottle, then again use it. Do the same process for so many days, okay? And after that, notice what happens. Can you feel that stickiness around the inner layer of that bottle or not? And if you feel the stickiness after some days, then what happened? Definitely will be finding the algae in that. So that is actually the point of growth of algae there.
Then what if we filter the water, then we seal it, then will the algae appear?
Yes, it will appear. If you seal it, if you don't move it anywhere for some days, definitely it will appear there. Fine. So it will appear. So for them, if you don't want them to appear, always whatever the vessels you have to clean them up from the inside so that no sticky substance will be formed, and automatically if no sticky substance will be there, no algae growth will be there. But yes, if once the algae growth is there, definitely then I still remember, we had a one fridge bottle actually. Those fridge bottles we used to keep in the fridge. Now what happened? Sometimes like I am taking the same bottle, I'm filling it up, I'm keeping it inside the fridge. The other person also comes and using the same water bottle, I'm filling and keeping in the fridge. So remaining two bottles were not touched actually for some time. Some days it were not touched because one or two bottles, same bottles we were using, rotating. But the remaining two were inside the fridge only without touching. What happened? Now the season got changed. We kept those two bottles outside. The moment we kept it outside after few days, like just 4 to 5 days, the layer of the algae was there on the down part of the bottle. Suppose this is a bottle, here the down part. You check your bottles also, children. After every 5 to 10 days, keep on checking this down part. And that is why always I suggest that have the transparent bottle. Use only transparent bottle. Don't use your colorful bottles. Because when you use the colorful bottles, you will not be able to identify whether the growth of algae is there or not. But when you use a transparent layer, then what happens? Easily can see and you can notice that the algae growth is there or not. If the algae has the growth is there, in that case, you can use that cleaner and you can clean it. Otherwise, they will divide. Fine. So have the transparent bottles always to drink the water. And to store the water, generally we are storing it in, a kind of the jug where the inner surface is white in color, right? So easily we can identify whether the algae is there or not. So these algae, basically, they are present in the water, in the pond water generally. So what happened in the water, be it any kind of the water, the current flows, right? The water current will be there. So because of the water current, this algae, they divides. They break down into the fragments or they break down into the pieces automatically. So they do not require anything. What do they need? They require just the water current, and that water current breaks them into the fragments or the pieces. Yeah, Pranaya?
But then I've seen algae near the stairs and all like green sometimes and white.
Yes, that is there because of the humidity actually. That place is not get maybe no cleansed for so many days, because sometimes it happens the corners, the maids which are coming, who are coming to a home, they leave those, the sides of the corner of the staircase, they do not clean it. So in that case, they start appearing. But the
Yeah, ma'am.
major part of the algae you will be seeing in the water only. This is only a small portion you are able to see, maybe on the stone, maybe on the staircase, maybe somewhere on the corner of the, school or somewhere.
Ma'am,
Generally in the home, we do not see it. Yeah, tell me, Abhinav.
do they dry like plants?
Dry like
Like,
plants means?
like example, a dry plant looks so
See,
powdery
they
and
are actually the plants only. When we talk about them, they are actually the plant which belong to the category of Thallophyta. In your class 9, I think the chapter you might have not learned, which is diversity in living organism in bio. Okay. In that, the term was there Thallophyta, which means without thalamus, like with thalamus. Uh, they do not have the roots, they do not have the stem, they do not have the flower, but they have a plain body structure. And the plants which have the plain body structure, they are called as a thalamus. Like this, we have the hand, right? This is plain in nature. So same way, the algae, they are the thallophyta. Generally, we do not find it, Huria, in the salt water. So that is what actually it happens in the case of this. So in the detail, we will be discussing in the next class. But before going to the next thing, in the next class, which is on Tuesday, what we are going to do, you are going to prepare some questions, only 1 mark questions, not more than that, from the topic not from the topic respiration, from the topic transportation and the excretion. Okay, from the topic transportation and excretion, you have to prepare 1 mark questions, and you have to ask from anyone, like whomsoever you wanted to ask, you need to ask. Maybe Dhriti will ask from Pranaya, you can ask from Shubhansh, you can ask from Moksha. So everybody has to get the chance. So you have to, we will have the rapid fire round, and you will be asking from someone definitely.
So I should ask someone else.
Yes, you will be asking someone else, and someone else will be asking you. And once one child has got turn, second turn I will be giving to them. Okay. For example, Pranay has asked Moksha, so I can ask Moksha again, but no one else will ask her again. Okay, so prepare some good questions. Everybody will be getting 1 minute time. So in the 1 minute, the more questions you will be answering, that will be the winner.
Ma'am,
Fine?
next Monday now, ma'am.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So I'll give you a trick for this to win. Prepare lengthy questions so that it take much time actually. Fine? So maybe in a minute you will be asking only 5 questions. That person will be actually poche, right? And if
But
you
you said
prepare
1
small
marker.
questions, only 1 mark, right? In the 1 mark also you can frame long question.
Ma'am,
Okay?
nowadays I'm having exams, ma'am. So I don't know if I'll arrange questions, ma'am.
What, Aaron?
Ma'am, nowadays I'm having exams, ma'am. So I don't know if I get time to even arrange questions, ma'am.
See, you should not arrange from anywhere. You have the good books, right? From the books itself, you can arrange it.
I'm only one
And it will
NCRT
not
book I
take
have.
much. It will not take much time, Aaron. Okay,
Like
do
which
that.
chapter? Life processes or
Transportation and excretion topic. 2 topics.
Okay.
Transportation and excretion. Don't take nutrition and respiration. Only transportation and excretion. Tip I have given you, prepare the long question so that the second person will be taking much time. Fine. If you prepare short question, they will be answering more number of questions. And automatically, if they answer more number of questions, they will win. And if you are not aware any answer, pass. Fine, you can pass that.
And what does the winner get as the reward?
Winner will be getting 1 pen from my side, okay? Maybe a Parker pen or something, whatever the good company pen is there. So whosoever wins, to that person address I will be sending.
ma'am,
Or maybe the
recognition
Blinkit.
in group.
Blinkit is also there. Huh?
Recognition in group will do.
Yeah. Okay. It will be, it can be also done. Fine. So work hard for that. All should participate, children. Fine. So this is only for your betterment, because you know, when you work on yourself, then okay, no problem, Huria. In that case, some other way alternative, I'll find it out, okay, for you. Fine. So you should give 110% if you're taking off. On Thursday, I'll give you definitely off, okay? On Tuesday, if you're taking off, on Thursday, I will not allow you to come into the class. All right? Clear? So don't take off.
Okay, ma'am.
So first day, if I take off, you will not allow me for second class.
Correct. Okay, fine, children, then thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yes, Sudhamshu, tell me.
Why is algae not like found on shivling?
Not found on
Shivling.
shivling. Because see what happened, Sudhamshu, they are the people actually, they are cleaning it up with the help of hand, right? Daily, when anyone is doing puja, before the puja, the pandit will also be doing it, right? They will be washing them, they will be cleaning them. That is the reason it is not found there.
No.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.